So I just took apart a cheap Chinese power bank, and what about taking apart a USB power supply, which you might be able to charge this power bank with? Did it work in the first place? That's apparently a 5 volt 2 amp power supply from cheap Chinese manufacturer. I mean, probably weighed like 40 grams. I mean, really nothing. I don't really think it can deliver 10 watts at 5 volts. Also, this thing is a 12 volt 1 amp supply, apparently, with a US plug on there. Also very light and also from a cheap Chinese manufacturer. So, we're gonna take that apart first and see what's inside. Can you plug it in without having to put a fire extinguisher close to it? I don't know, we might find out. So it's just clipped together and hold in with one screw. That's probably okay. I mean, still not gonna take itself apart without external intervention. And first of all, you can see that it has got something that looks like a fuse. That's very good. They got a fuse, 4 diodes to get a bridge rectifier, and 4.7 microfarad JML capacitor, rated for 105 degrees Celsius. So that looks quite okay. We got a huge transistor on here. It's all discrete, and it's got no IC in there to switch it. So that's a flyback type transformer. The output got a okay diode for 1 amp. That's totally okay. Capacitor again. Chengxing capacitor, low ESR. 470 microfarad at 16 volts. So that seems to be quite okay in the transformers. Good for 12 volt, 1 amp as well. The transistor for switching the whole thing is 13005, and also they got their optocoupler, decoupling transistor. So seems okay. Now the final thing, does it have a spark gap which is big enough? Looking at it, yep, it has one. I would probably Dremel like a little bit of that away, just to make more of a bigger air gap in between. The soldering job looks okay. I mean, look over here and over there. Nothing fancy, but not too bad either. I've seen worse things. You know what? I actually think this power supply is quite good for being a $2, including shipping, China supply. So put it away. Now we're gonna have a look inside one of these 5 volt supplies, and I actually think it's almost the same case. I mean, compare it. It's probably just a little bit of the outside shape that differs these cases. Oops, still not out of there. Okay. Yep. They've got a resistor, which might also act as a fuse. Yep, it does. It's F1. So I think they populated it with a resistor, which limits the inrush current for the, which go for the diodes to the capacitor, and also it acts as a fuse. We got 4 diodes per rectifier, and this time we've got an IC switching the whole thing. It's called a hot chip HT2030. 105 degrees Celsius rated capacitors as well from Chong XX whatever. This transformer seems to be little on the low end side, but fair enough for 5 volts 2 amps. The diode is huge on the outside, so for 2 amps that's very good. Got a capacitor, 16 volts as well, 690 microfarad. They could have gone for 6.8, 6.6 volt capacitor or 10 volt capacitor, but I really think the 16 volt capacitors are produced in larger amounts, so it might be cheaper to produce them. Decoupling capacitor and also optocoupler. Yeah, they've got very good spark gap. That's a lot of space. in between, plus they left some space for the air gaps. I really think this power supply is kind of good as well. You know, I really remember the cheap Chinese supplies to be the crappiest of, like, the whole thing looks great, actually. I would stick it into a wall and charge things up with it. Why not? I mean, that's quite okay for a cheap power supply. That power supply is just, that's okay. What are you gonna say about it? So, really impressed with the quality of these.